Many people think that being a mogul is all about living in big houses, driving fine cars, taking their dream vacations, having a white picket fence, like the big American dream. But people really don't see what really goes on behind the scenes in the lives of moguls. So this spring, I'm launching this show called Mogulish, More Than Meet the Eye. Follow me so that you can get the inside scoop of what really goes on in the daily lives of moguls. Well, I am so excited, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 6 of Mogul. And I could not end all of these episodes without bringing to you an amazing mogul that is in the beauty and making everybody flawless industry. And that is no other person than Miss Angel Humphrey. Hello, Angel. Glad to see you today.
Hello, Gicele. Likewise.
So
happy to be here.
Yes. First of all, before I even go, because I get too hyper and too excited, let me just tell you that, honey, that pink lipstick is rocking it.
Thank you so much.
You're looking so fabulous.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Absolutely. I am an early educator. I've been in the field of early education for 23 years this coming July.
Yes.
I'm really happy and excited about that. Love that we have made a huge impact in the Austin community, the West Side communities of Chicago. I am also an entertainment provider. So my husband started a game truck business 8 years ago.
Wow.
And with the game truck business, it launched so well. Within 8 months, we branched off and started a laser tag truck company as well. From the laser tag truck, I had so many demands from girl parties that I actually branched off and started my own brand, which is the Glamour Spa Truck.
Wow. And by the way, let me just tell you, she did my daughter's birthday party and it was fabulous. I mean, little girls were walking around with flawless makeup and the truck came right in front of my house and I can leave the mess outside and I just love it and I just love you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So we're sitting in a beautiful space. Can you tell us about this space?
Absolutely. So with my Glamour Spa Truck, the demand was so large, I wanted to have a physical location for a venue. We wanted to host larger gatherings. So far to date, we've done hundreds of princess parties, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, bridal showers. So of course, my spa truck is only able to hold a certain capacity up to about 20 people. And I had a vision to have a larger platform. So that's how we're sitting here today in my Glamour Spa venue. And with this venue, I'm able to host about 70 people.
Wow.
In my personal room, I am also a licensed esthetician. So I do individual services from facials to eyelash treatment, eyelash extensions, waxing appointments.
Wow.
Yeah, all of the good fun stuff that we need relaxation on us women.
Yes.
That's what my personal space is
Listen,
for.
I am so proud of you because I always say the most important thing is not only about dreaming, but after you dream, have the ability to execute.
Absolutely.
And I love that. So those of you who are watching me, write that down. Listen, execute or watch your dreams be executed. Yes. All right, so you talked a little bit about your successes and all of the amazing things you're doing as a serial entrepreneur, which I'm so happy to know you. But I know that success does not come out of nowhere. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
So yeah, a little girl growing up on the west side of Chicago, born and raised, single teenage mom.
Wow.
Raised with my grandmother and my mother, of course, and great grandmother as well. Grew up in an untraditional family, so to speak. So my father was not present in my life, unfortunately. I know him, but unfortunately he was not present.
Wow.
So I didn't have that traditional foundation, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for your transparency, because a lot of times when people see successful people, they think, oh my God, she must have been raised like the family on the Cosby Show. She must be in Huxtable. But it's not always, and that's what I want my audience to know, that it does not matter where you've been, but where you're going is more important. And if you have a plan and if you have a desire in your heart, it can come to pass. And so tell me, I want to know, give us the core. When did you know that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
I would have to say in my late teens.
Yeah. In your late teens?
My late teens, yeah.
Wait a minute, because usually in our late teens, everybody's thinking about boyfriends and they thinking about, you know, what kind of new party they gonna go to. So in your late teens?
Late teens, yeah.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah. So I was actually at the time working in an early learning center. And I just had the passion. So my ultimate dream, I thought I was going to be this teacher growing up.
Wow.
A teacher and a lawyer. Those were my dreams, actually. Never would I have thought God would have birthed the seed in me.
Wow.
To say, this is what I want you to do. But again, I was working in an early learning center, the lead teacher in that program, and pretty much running the program on my own.
Wow.
2 classrooms. And my fiance at the time, now husband, he told me that.
Hey, Mr. Humphrey.
He told me this is something that you really need to do on your own.
Wow.
And at that time I was 19. I was 19 years old and never really thought about it.
Wow.
But it was something that was just, you know, when something just wakes you up at night and you just can't sleep. So it was something that I thought about over and over again, and I brought it to him. We were engaged at the time, and he said, if this is something you really want to do, that's what I want you to do.
Wow.
So at that time, I started my own home daycare.
Wow.
I outgrew my home daycare within 8 months.
Wow.
I went into group home.
Wow.
From group home, I then went center-based.
Oh, I love growth. I love stories of growth. And the thing that is most impressive about your journey is that not only did you have the vision, but you have a man that supports the vision. All the single ladies that's watching me out there, just a little plug. Listen, when you're called to be a mogul, make sure you can connect to someone who's not intimidated by your mogulish abilities.
Absolutely.
So one question that we ask all of the moguls that come on the show, what is the one thing you wish you knew before you started your entrepreneurial journey?
One thing that I know now, I wish I would have known then, probably all the hard work that it entails. You have to have drive to be self-employed, to be a business owner. Sacrifice.
Yes.
It's a lot of sacrifice, especially when you're a wife and a mother. So it's a lot of sacrifice that you're going to, a lot of sacrifices you're going to have to make.
This is Miss Angel Humphrey, and the name of her preschool centers is called Touched by an Angel. I think that is so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, let me just say that this young lady has something called Entertainment Anywhere, which means we bring the party to you. Now listen, that is a cold type of business. You don't got to come to us. We're going to bring, and one thing that shook me is when you told me in the pandemic how you stayed so booked and busy and how God just prospered you in the middle of the pandemic.
Yes,
the phones were ringing off the hook and people were booking you outdoors. But tell us, what was it like growing that type of business?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, this journey, our journey in the entertainment business started 8 years ago, 9 years actually, this coming November.
Wow.
It started 9 years ago. Such a popular, fun, demanding business. We did our research initially before launching it. So we wanted to make sure before we just dive right into it that it was a profitable business. And of course it was.
Yes.
Hence the reason of our growth. So from that first truck, we became notably known as Chicagoland's favorite.
Yes.
So everywhere we have traveled to, you guys, you know, is this Chicagoland's favorite? So we absolutely love our nickname. But again, from the first truck, we branched off to several other trucks. To date, we have 4 trucks within our fleet. We have a spa venue under our belt as well as our glamour spa truck. So starting the process, again, you have to do your research in any type of industry you want to get into. We have been blessed and fortunate because some of our colleagues that are in this field, the pandemic has shut their doors and our doors have been open constantly, back and forth. So we are so blessed to still be open and in business.
So those young aspiring entrepreneurs, you're hearing about the success, but you're also hearing about the grind, the grind that it took. Because a lot of times we only want to hear about the successes, but we don't want to hear about the grind. Now, her and her husband, they had to grind. They had to get out there. They had to market themselves. They had to put their stake in the ground, and they had to make themselves notable. So congratulations on that. But I want to talk about some of the challenges that you've personally had that women go through. And I want to talk about a time in your life when you felt so discouraged.
5 years ago, my husband and I, we were expecting our third child.
Yes.
And then during that time, just going through a lot of stress from our businesses, growing our other brand, our entertainment brand.
Yes.
And just found out we were expecting a third bundle of joy.
Yes.
The doctor had already warned me with so much on my plate that I needed to take it easy. And I listened, but I didn't listen. With hosting so many parties, making sure that my centers were running really well, being short-staffed one day at the site, short for my team with the entertainment businesses, I took on a lot of stress. A lot of stress. I was 3 months pregnant at the time with our third child, and unfortunately I did suffer a miscarriage. And that was a really dark moment in my life, to the point that I did not think that I was going to make it out of it.
Wow.
I think I spoke with you, Gicele,
yes.
My mom and my husband, one other girlfriend, but it was times that I just could not get out the bed. I just didn't think that I was going to really make it. Like, why did this happen to me?
Yes.
You know.
Thank you, God.
But it was days that I literally I cried myself to sleep a lot of days.
Yes.
I mean, just waking up because I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I just want women to know that, you know, when you're experiencing dark moments like that, you have to have people who you can talk to.
Yes.
You have to have a circle that you can talk to. I was very suicidal, very depressed, to the point that it was shaking my marriage too. Because my husband, he's the type that he's always there for everyone.
Yes.
And I know he was there, but I just felt so alone. I was I was literally like in this dark cave. I did not think that I was going to come out of it. But my daughter and my son, they pushed me through it.
Wow. Powerful.
But
powerful.
yeah, and to this day, it still feels like yesterday.
Yes, I understand.
I know it's been 5 years. And when I had the baby, the way that I had it was very traumatic. I had the baby at home. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's all right.
But the way that I had it was a very traumatic experience. That I was calling my mom just crying because I didn't know what was going on.
Wow.
And it's like she literally just dropped the phone and she appeared out of nowhere to
Wow.
my home. But I'll just cut it there. I'll cut it there. But I do want to, I have a garden in my home.
Yes.
That I named Purpose after my baby.
Okay.
So that's what keeps me going.
Yes.
And I know that she's always with me.
Yes.
Don't know if it was a girl or boy, but I just named that baby Purpose.
Yes.
Because I know that my purpose in life is to keep going, to inspire other women no matter what you're going through in life. Dark moments in your life, you still, as long as God wakes you up, you have purpose to live. You have a purpose inside of you to live. And that's what keeps me going.
This is what people don't see.
Yeah.
They look at our Facebook accounts and they say, oh, she's doing good. They look at our Instagram, oh, her business is blowing up, but they don't see. We go through things.
Yeah.
Because there's a purpose that we have.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, this is so good. Thank you for sharing that. How have the people, you talked about how when you were going through dark seasons and, you know, you've had people like myself and your mom and your husband. Hey, Mr. Humphrey again. How have people around you impacted your success as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. So my husband, my number one cheerleader.
Yes.
He's my best friend. That's my rock. My mom, again, she's a big cheerleader of mine as well. I have a very small circle. Gicele, someone I can always come and speak to, no matter the time in between.
AKA GiGi.
No matter the time in between, I know if I call you, you will pick up the phone, even if it's just for words of encouragement. But how those people have impacted me is just pushing me daily. Yourself, Gicele, you're literally doing your thing, and I'm just so extremely proud of you.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Just to see the things that you are doing within our Chicagoland area, it inspires me to keep going and know that we may not be doing identical things, but as long as we're out there making an impact.
That's right.
So I just want to say, people such as yourself who inspire me. My husband, who constantly drives me. I don't know, he can tell me to run for president and he will have my back. So it's just people like that you just have that assurance to know that, gosh, if I know they have my back, I can do this.
Oh, wow. What do you like the most about what you do?
Between businesses?
Yes. Well, let's just start with the spa thing. I know you love seeing the little girls.
Yes.
Tell us.
Yes. Absolutely. So from the moment our spa truck pulls up in front of a little girl's home or even a teen's home, just to see their eyes sparkle, that does something to us every time. We never get tired of that. When they're getting their makeup application to the runway show and their little princess mimosas, so that it's never a dull moment.
Yes.
So the beauty industry is one that I love being in this field.
Wow.
I absolutely love it. Bringing out, lifting girls' self-esteem. Oftentimes our little brown and black girls, we suffer with low self-esteem.
Yes.
So just letting every girl know, no matter what they look like, you are so beautiful.
Wow.
You're so pretty.
Wow.
And to hear that, for them to hear it, you'll be surprised how many little girls don't hear that. So when we're saying, and I teach my team to tell every girl, every teen that we're servicing, let them know that they are beautiful. You're so pretty. You're such a beautiful young lady. And some girls, they don't hear it, and that does something to me. You know, I tell my daughter every single day, you are such a beautiful princess.
Wow.
So at a young age, she knows that if my mom says I'm a beautiful brown girl,
I'm a beautiful brown
girl.
That is so beautiful. You've been in the early childhood business now for how many years?
It'll be 23 this coming July.
So we talked about what gives you joy when you see the little girls coming through the spa. What gives you joy in the early childhood center?
Yeah, so with my programs, we have been blessed to have raised nearly 3 generations already.
Oh my God.
So from children we have raised from birth, even starting at 2 and 3 years old, to see them now bring their children back to our program. Brings my heart so much joy.
Yes.
And 2 of them we've actually hired as teacher's assistants within our program.
So cute.
So it's been such an amazing journey.
You know what, Angel, I know that feeling because just last year, so I've been in the business now for 17. I've been in early childhood business for 17 years. I cannot believe it. And just last year, 3 parents sent me pictures of their children that I used to keep in the dorm room. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is little so-and-so. They used to be in the infant room screaming. And here he is. His first day of college. It's a rewarding feeling. And then we had a parent that brought his young child back to enroll in our program. And so I'm so proud of you for being not only an exceptional early childhood facility on the west side of Chicago, but to also be a pillar in the community that people can know, wow, if we want to have a trusted choice of childcare, let's go to Touched by an Angel, because I want my kids to get touched by an angel. You have 4 entertainment trucks where you bring the party to you.
Yes.
Bring the party to us. I love that, by the way. Now you have a stationary, beautiful spa, which we're sitting in today.
Thank you.
You have early childhood centers. You're a mom. You're a daughter. You have a teenage son, which is a whole element by itself.
Yes.
A handsome one, by the way, that the girls are peeping at. And you're also Robert's wife. So everyone have their own individual needs. Every business has its own individual needs. How do you prioritize yourself as a mother? What do you do?
Always trying to find balance.
Yes.
Always. So those days when I know I have, I don't want to say neglected, but neglected my family's time.
Yes.
I try to balance my time to make sure that I'm spending it with my husband and my children, because I mean, one thing you cannot get back is time.
Yes.
So those days when I know I've been bombarded with calls, my time is being demanded at my early learning sites, I try to just let my staff know, look, if it's not an emergency, y'all, my family comes first.
Woo!
So it's just that trying to find that balance all the time.
Wow.
My kids are constantly getting older. So those little mom and daughter dates, I know I can't get back. So again, just kind of, even if it's a half hour, couple of hours, I'm spending it with my family.
You guys heard that? Spend some time with your family.
Absolutely.
Schedule a trip, even if it's just to Wisconsin.
Yes.
Spend some time with your family. See, sometimes we can get all in the hustle, in the bustle of just trying to work and secure the bag, and we lose our families in the process. So spend time with our families and our husband.
All the time.
Yes, and she have a dog named Diva, by the way. He's 5 pounds. He's kind of cute, right?
She's
5
okay. Pounds, yeah.
I have a question I want to ask, and I always ask everyone that come on this show, what do you think that is the biggest misconception that people have about self-made, or we like to say God-made, serial entrepreneurs, successful women? What is the biggest misconception that people have about women that are successful?
One of the challenges that I face on a constant is my team, especially my staff at my early learning centers, thinking that I'm not an approachable person at all. I don't know why. I'm just an ordinary woman, but oftentimes I'm getting messages through my program directors that this is what an employee needs to meet with you about, but it's just, you know, and some just think I'm just standoffish. It's not me at all, but it's something that it puzzles me to this day.
So, my final question before we wrap this beautiful, and I don't want to leave because this place is so beautiful.
Thank you.
What does Mogulish means to you?
Informally, Mogulish, I would say, is a power pack.
Yes.
Power pack person, one who has all of this prestige, honor. My definition of a Mogulish person would be those extraordinary local women, such as yourself, myself, other ladies within our industry and other industries as well. That's what Mogulish is to me.
Wow.
Women who are able to bring the power, bring the heat, and also remain humble. Remember their humble beginnings.
Yes. I love that definition of Mogulish. You're able to bring the power, bring the heat, execute, move, make money, secure the bag, but and do it effortlessly, but remain humble. Remember where we came from, and remember our humble beginnings.
Yes, absolutely.
And never be afraid to reach back down and pull somebody up to prepare the next generation. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Angel Humphrey.